Hi, I'm Yuan. I'm here to make a presentation of our group project, which is a difference of native and non-native students. And it's created by group number 7. So let's get started. The first part is made by Qili. Have you ever felt alone, be isolated from each other as an international student? I think it is quite common. So here comes the question. What those phenomena come from? The answer is culture shock. Since we come from different countries which have their own uniqueness, when cultures conflict, such phenomena rise, namely culture shock. So what is culture shock? This is a definition, and I think it is a little bit long. Let's just skip it and go on. Be more precise, today we will focus on those 4 following aspects. And first, let's talk about study, because study always matters for students, no matter whether you are native or not. One of the differences is changing expectation. Unlike the universities in China, students are expected to be active and ask a lot of questions. Besides, American lecturers are always willing to answer it, even though those questions might be dramatically conflicting with what professor says. In China, those behavior might be judged as a challenge of professors' authorities. And self-control is also essential because it is yourself that decide to receive the higher educations and nobody push you to study. And there is also one of difference. For instance, Chinese family usually put child's study into priority and push them to study. But here, GPA will reflect your academic behaviors honestly. If you lose of self-control, maybe you will fail in academic standing. So, how to acclimate it to perform better in study? Here is some ways that may help you. And here is a citation of the first part. And making friend habits, made by Leyi. For us, non-native speakers, the biggest problem must be making friends, because there are not only language problems between us and native speakers. More importantly, there are the culture shock, like I mentioned before. For example, it is pretty common that when Americans first met us and said, "Hello, how are you today?" Mostly Chinese just answered, "I'm fine, thank you." However, when I came here, I found that even when Americans first met each other, they can just start a conversation after the question, "How are you?" But in China, normally we just greet to each other like 你好, which means hello. And that's the whole conversation, because we don't talk much when we first met. So for that reason, how to answer "How are you" have been a real problem for me. And like the image on the right, there are lots of ways to say hi in English, like "How you doing?" "What's up?" So the thing confuses us more are those memes. Recently, I have a great interest in talk show and stand-up comedy, and that is a way I find to know more about the culture and the slangs, and also develop my English. But more importantly, they always makes me laugh, so that's my solution to the culture shock. And after we know a lot about their culture, the core of making friends is always keep an open mind and then go out to talk with others. And the third part, dietary differences, made by Jiaqi Wang. Talking about the dietary differences between native and non-native speakers, I would like to take examples from Chinese and Americans. About diet attitude. In China, we will eat something with sensibility. When we choose what to eat, we will care more about the color, the smell, the taste, the shape, and the device. So if a kind of culture treats eating as the most important thing, there will appear two situations. On one hand, this function of eating will be played to maximize not only for survival, but also for using to maintain health, which is a culture basis of if you want to keep health, you'd better choose to enjoy some delicious food rather than just take medicines. On the other hand, if pay too much attention on food, it will make people often pursue the delicious food. Well, Americans may be more rational when they eat something. The things they care most are the nutritious value, such as the protein, the fat, the vitamin. In America, they think the foods are used just to eat, so they often eat a large piece of meat, the whole chicken, and other hard food. About the diet structure, Chinese cooking showed great predominance on the select materials according to a survey of Western botanists. Vegetables, which is 6 times more than 8 in the West. In the Chinese dishes, both of the meat and the vegetables show up in the daily food, and we always eat them with 5 cereals, but the number of the vegetables should be 3 times bigger than the meat. In America, people always eat meat and fast food. Maybe it is also the reason why they look so big. An ordinary American meal for 4 persons might be based on 5 pounds of meat, 2 pounds of stretchy vegetable or grain and grain products, and 1 pound of grain and other vegetables. These items will be followed by a sweet dessert. And about the ways of eating. There is also a large difference in the ways of eating, which has an impact on the national character. In China, people like sitting around a circle, sharing one table, and this kind of banquet should use one table. The food would put on the table center. People easily eat every kind of food and take food to others, which reflects the respect between people and the virtue of courtesy. Although from the healthy point of view, this ways of diet has obvious problems, it is consistent with our nation's mentality of reunion, reflecting the classical Chinese philosophy of harmony. In America, the way they like most is buffet. All of the food is listed on the table. Everyone can take what they need, not fixed to the seat, and move freely to get what they want to. This way provides a convenient channel to exchange emotions between individuals, and that they don't have to make all the words they said known by all people. It also shows American pursuit of personality and self-respect. And the last part, living habit. It's made by Yifeng. Living habit in the universities in America can be quite different. As international students, we often experience culture difference during the life. We not only conquer the difficult, but also judge us and even enjoy what culture differences bring us. Taking a classical day on campus as an example. The morning clock alarm wakes you up at 7:30 because you have an early 8 morning class to take. You are still lay on the bed, dreaming the amazing party last night. But the attendance is required, shocks you up. Yes, you have to go. Morning class is long and boring, but after class, a nice lunch is waiting for you. In the traditions, you can get either fast food or slowly fried Italian pasta to enjoy. Try to eat a healthy meal with lots of vegetables and fruits and avoid too many meats and sweets. After school activities are always exciting. Our pack provides all kinds of activities you want to attend. You can also play frisbee with friends on the oval. And dorming American college is quite different from that in foreign countries. You got more freedom on dorm, which means you can do whatever you want. But you're also responsible for keeping your room clean and keep the good relationship with each other. There is always much more things to do while living in the American campus. And here's the citation for the last part. And that's all said.